So, anonymous dude. I watched a documentary about Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie last night, and I just couldn't help but see the similarities. First you got to ask yourself, how do you get a guy? How does a guy get to a point where he's so selfish uh, that his feelings are so important to him that you take a girl like Gabby Petito, sweet, innocent, pretty, young girl, willing to share her life with him, and all he can think about is his feels, right? And that his feels are more important than her existence on this earth, to the point where he's willing to snuff her out rather than suffer any jealousy or her having any independence from him, right? And then you got to ask yourself, of all the places he would go, why would he go back home in her van without her? And the answer is he didn't have any fear of his parents. Okay. In much the same way, Thomas, Rusty Truck, coddles Frederick, Power Stroke underscore no joke. The Laundries coddled Brian, right? And so he knew he could show up back at their house in her van, and they would coddle him, right? All that mean Gabby. What did she do to our poor boy? She must have deserved it, right? He just knew that would be the reception. See, like a guy like me or you, see if I took my girlfriend on a road trip and I showed up back home without her in her car, and I showed up at my parents' house, my dad would have pinned me against the wall and slammed his finger in my chest and said, "Where the hell's that girl at, boy? What'd you do to her?" Right? And he'd have drugged my ass into the police station. And so therefore I would have never went showing up at my parents' house, been the last place I'd have went. But see, Power Stroke can dox, stalk, and slander a 17-year-old girl on her high school yearbook Facebook page and not fear any repercussion from his parents, right? His parents would be supportive of that. They're just supportive of anything because that's his bud. That's not his son. See, that's how we end up with people like Brian Laundrie, right? Because of the coddling, the not being a parent but being a buddy. Just imagine how selfish the Laundries had to be to not only coddle Brian to the point where he knew he could run to them for help hiding from what he done, but he shows back up at home a second time without her, and now the entire country is looking for this girl. And what do his parents do? They help him take off and run and hide. They help him go commit suicide rather than go to jail. And there's some of us are just incapable of that, right? I would never in a million years help my children if they were doing something wrong, especially something that hurt someone else. And they know this. They know this. I don't have to tell them. They know it, right? But, you know, how, people like Power Stroke, that's the next Brian Laundrie. I guarantee you, Power Stroke could cheat on his woman, his dad would help him cover it. he could beat her to a bloody pulp, and his dad would help him clean the mess up. Okay, that's just what kind of people they are. So, here's this kid sets on a celebrity live stream. At one point, there were 15,000 people watching, one of them. And what's he do? Here's this 17-year-old girl's grandfather going, "Hey, leave this child alone," and they just think that means they get to attack him now. That they're entitled to bother her because up church, right? And instead of his dad going, "Man, that was a really stupid thing for him to do. I know. Yeah, hey, we don't condone that." No, no, no. What's his dad do? His dad thinks slandering anyone that calls him out for it's the right thing to do. And Thomas Swartz, Rusty Truck, he is a very real person with a very real address, with very real neighbors, and a very real life that he tries to maintain this reputation of being somebody, right? And I just guarantee that if all the people in his inner circle were to get thumb drives in the mail with just some recordings of him, would probably be shocked. But I just thought I'd share that with you. That's what we're dealing with here. You're not dealing with somebody that a normal parent-child relationship. You're dealing with a Brian Laundrie and Brian Laundrie parents type relationship, right? Uh, that's my boy. Whatever. You can say whatever the hell you want about me, Rusty Truck. I don't give a goddamn what you think you can say to slander me. I would never condone from one of my children the shit your fucking kid does. And there is no way in hell I'd go bully somebody on his behalf. So you don't have any moral higher ground there, Tub. Not one bit. You're a piece of shit. The whole circle jerk of you are pieces of shit. So, there's that.